So I like to talk a little bit about lessons that I learned from Mercedes Perez Lugoviña, who was my grandmother, and the nickname for Mercedes in Puerto Rico is Tita, T-I-T-A. But we little kids could not hear the T, so we only would hear D. So we started calling her Dita, D-I-T-A, and she stayed Dita. So this is a story about Dita. And, you know, my opinion in retrospect is that she was the ultimate teacher in what I now call setting the conditions so that one could learn and one could empower oneself. So she was a very unique teacher. She did have a whole bunch of platitudes, and she did hit us over the head with a lot of other things. But lots of times she just set the conditions so that one could learn. And she did that in the gardening, and in the gardening that she did. And she did that with the gardening of people that she did with us kids. And she particularly did it in the kitchen. So she took great pains to teach me how to cook Puerto Rican food. And she was not the greatest cook in terms of a huge menu, but whatever she did cook very, very well. And one of the stories that I like to tell is that she thought the kitchen, or at least she treated the kitchen, as a place that you needed to treat with respect. Not only in terms of what you cook, how you cook, your intentions, how you kept it clean, how you cleaned that kitchen, how you cleaned the pots. I mean, she would have me slave over these pots that had black bottoms with sponges and metal sponges and all these powders, because she wanted those pots as best as she could to keep them as clean as they had been originally. Very difficult to do when you do the kind of cooking that we used to do, where there's a lot of fried foods and things like that, and pots tend to get blacker and blacker and blacker. And some people say, you know, the blacker they are, that means that they're cured, that they're seasoned. Some things like that she did allow them to get black, but some other things she insisted they had to be clean. And so I remember very well that I used to get into a lot of fist fights, which is another story why I got into fist fights, but I'm not going to go there. But I did fight a lot. And no sooner would I come into the kitchen, and either I was bloody or sometimes not. The other person that I had fought with was bloodied and not me. But you could always tell by the energy that I had at that particular moment whether I had had a quarrel or fight. And she would say, "Did you fight?" And I just couldn't lie to her, because she just had this look that I knew that moment I said, "No, I didn't fight," even if I did, she would know it. So I said, "Yeah, I fought." She said, "You can't cook." "What do you mean you can't cook, abuela?" "Dita, what do you mean you can't cook?" "You can't cook. You're bringing bad energy into the kitchen. And the food will reflect that energy that you're bringing in." I said, "No, I'm okay." I said, "No, with you being okay, you fought. Tomorrow, you come back." And I would just get so ticked off at her, because I knew then how wrong she was. Of course, I know differently now, how absolutely right she was. And that's why my Dita helped form who I am at this age of 73, and that is my story.